Good morning, children. Vijayam Physics classes by Siraj Kumar sir. So today basically we are going to discuss the Physics Basics Part 1. So in the Physics Basics Part 1, today I am going to discuss a simple concept called distance and displacement. And also I will be saying the problems related to this also. So you can follow step by step each and everything. So in the distance and displacement. So before distance and displacement, I think you might have idea about rest and motion. So rest means what? Means if an object doesn't change its position with respect to surroundings and time, then that is called rest. Okay, means in the case of rest, remember, see, the object doesn't change its position with respect to surroundings. Suppose, say, for example, say let us say a passenger in a bus. A passenger in a bus, when he compare with the driver, he is at rest. But if he compare with his surroundings, then what he can say? So he is moving, or he is changing his position. Okay, so therefore here, see, motion means what? See, motion means if an object changes its position with respect to surroundings and time. Okay, that's called motion. Okay, now see, observe here carefully. Now see, let us discuss about the distance and displacement. So regarding distance and displacement, see here what we have. So distance means what? See here, for example, let us say I am at point A. Now I wanted to go to the point B. Okay, see, how can I go from point A to point B? See, let us say I can go straight from point A to point B, or if not, I can jump from here and I can go in a parabolic path like this, or if not, I can go in a different awkward path like this. See, I may change my position from point A to point B. See, suppose if you observe carefully from point A to point B, see how I travel here. See, I travel in a straight line. But see, so this is a path 1. And in the path 2, if you observe carefully, I jump from A to B. See here, if you observe carefully, see here my direction is like this. Here my direction like this. And in the third path, if you observe carefully, in the third path I found, see, so many different directions. See, my direction is not consistent here. See, my direction at every instant it is changing. And even in this second case and third case, my direction is different. But anyhow, I travel from point A to point B. So when I travel from point A to point B, see, my direction is changing. Then the actual path traveled by me is called as distance. And the shortest path traveled by me is called displacement. So what is the shortest path here? The shortest path is from A to B. Okay, and see, if you observe carefully, definitely the 2 and 3, the distances are definitely greater than the displacement of the object. Okay, now see, observe here carefully, see the now see the definitions of distance and displacement. So what is the distance here? So distance is nothing but the actual path traveled by the particle is called distance. And what is the displacement here? See, displacement is nothing but the shortest path traveled by the particle. Remember, displacement is a vector quantity because it is having a proper direction. See, the first path is having a direction. Whereas distance is the actual path and it is a scalar quantity because it is not having a proper direction here. So it is just changing its direction at every instant. Now see, look at this another one. See, remember always the distance is greater than displacement. But see, we can also write, see, distance is greater than or equal to displacement. Why distance is greater than or equal to displacement here? because distance and displacement are equal only when the particle travel in a straight line. So for example, if I travel from A to B, suppose for example if I travel from A to B, so suppose if I travel in a straight line, if I travel in straight line from A to B, see from A to B, see when I travel here, see observe here carefully, my distance and displacement are equal. Why my distance and displacement are equal? Because I traveled in a straight line. I think you are following my point. So distance is the actual path, displacement is the shortest path traveled by a body. And this is the actual path traveled by body. The actual path may be usually greater than displacement, but they are equal if they travel in a straight line. Now let us just see the different problems based on this. Now look at this problem. Example 1. A man traveled 3 kilometers north, then turned towards east to travel 4 kilometers. Then find his distance and displacement. So how can we find distance and displacement in this case? See carefully here, see here what you can see every time, see whenever you are solving the sums related to it, see carefully, this is north, south, east and then west. Okay, now see carefully, he traveled 3 kilometers north. So let us say he started from here, assume that he started from here, and see he traveled 3 kilometers north. So this is 3 kilometers, and then turn towards east. So he traveled towards east. Okay, then he traveled 4 kilometers. Therefore, what is the distance he traveled here? So distance is the actual path. So starting from A to B, the actual path will come under this. So therefore, what is the distance here? It's nothing but 3 plus 4. It is 7 kilometers. That is the distance. And then what is the displacement of this man? The displacement of the man is from A to B. So it's nothing but root of the displacement of the man. So here it is a right angle triangle because north and east they make 90 degrees angle here. So therefore what is the displacement here? The displacement is nothing but root over 3 square plus 4 square. So it's nothing but 5 kilometer. Okay, now see let us look at the same problem. See here, let us look at the same problem. See here in this problem what he gave. In the above problem, if we again turn towards north, then travel 2 kilometers, then find his distance and displacement. Okay, see here in the first problem what he gave, just simply travel towards north then east. Now see, now also see what he is doing here. See first, he travels towards north. Okay. And then travel towards east, then again towards north is said, again towards north. So means here this one is how much he gave, this one he gave, this is 3 kilometers, this one is 4 kilometers, and this one is 2 kilometers, and this is starting point, this is the ending point. So therefore here, what is the distance here? The distance is nothing but the actual path traveled. So therefore what is the distance here? It's nothing but 3 plus 4 plus 2. So it's nothing but 9 kilometers is the distance traveled. Okay, now see carefully. Then what we'll do? Now see, observe here carefully. See from A to B. So that is the displacement. So this is the displacement here. Then how we can calculate the displacement in this case? So here what we'll do, let us extend this one like this and let us produce this one like this. And see this one is 3 kilometers. So this one is also 3 kilometers here. And this one is 4 kilometers. Then this one is also 4 kilometers. So therefore see from A to B the displacement, see what is the new triangle we'll get here. So this one is 2 and 3, 5 kilometer, and this one is 4 kilometer. Therefore, what is the displacement? So this is the displacement. Okay. So how much is the displacement then? See, the displacement is nothing but root over 4 square plus 5 square. Therefore, what is the displacement here? It's nothing but 16 plus 25. Therefore, the displacement is nothing but the square root of 41 kilometer. Okay, so square root of 41 definitely less than 9 kilometer. Okay, now look at some more extension of this sum. See carefully here. Let us look at this another sum. See, in the first problem, if we turn towards south and then travel 6 kilometers, then find his distance and displacement. Now see, what is the question he asked? Now see, in this one, what the question he asked is, see, first he traveled as usual, the 3 kilometers, and then towards east 4 kilometers, okay, and then 6 kilometers south, 6 kilometers south. Then if we travel 6 kilometers south, then how we can find? See, this is the initial point, this is the final point. Okay, so therefore what is the distance here? In the first case, what is the distance here? It's nothing but 3 plus 4 plus 6. So it's nothing but 13 kilometer. That is the distance. And what about the displacement here? See, regarding displacement, now we'll take this particular point. This is displacement. Then how we can calculate this displacement? So let us extend this one like this. So this one is 4 kilometer. This one is 3 kilometer. This total is 6 kilometer. And this one is 6 kilometer. So definitely this one is how much? 3 kilometer. So this is 4. So what is the new triangle now? Okay. See what is the new triangle? This is 4 kilometer. This one is 3 kilometer. Therefore what is the displacement? This is the displacement here. So displacement will be root over 3 square plus 4 square. Therefore the displacement is nothing but 5 kilometer. Okay. See carefully in this model, see what we did here. We try to find out the distance and displacement. So this is almost direct cases. So well, let us look at another important case. Okay, now look at another important case. In this problem, see, let us see carefully here what they did here. They gave one circle. Now see, in this circle, see, a man is traveling from A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. Means he is moving in a circular path. So as he is moving in a circular path, now see what the question they asked here. Find his distance and displacement when he travel from A to B, A to C, A to D, and A to A. Okay. Now see, let us try to solve this sum. See carefully here. See what we'll do. First we'll start with A to B. So in the A to B, let us calculate distance and displacement. Okay. See here from A to B, observe carefully. See, he is moving in a circular path. So along the arc length we should calculate. And if you observe carefully here, so this one is the full circle. So for a full circle, the circumference is how much? The circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. Now see here in this 2 pi r, see how much part is covered here. So this is a 1/4 part is covered here. So there were 1/4 part means what? See 1/4 of 2 pi r, it's nothing but pi r by 2. So therefore what is the distance here in the first case? It is pi r by 2. Okay, now see carefully. Similarly, let us try in the second case, A to C. What is the distance? So regarding A to C, see observe carefully. See from A to C when he traveled. So he has covered half of the part. So 2 pi r by 2 is nothing but pi r. So half of the part. And in the third case, see observe carefully. In the third case, what he did? He traveled from A to D. So when he traveled from A to D, see how much part he covered here. He has got 3/4 part. See, because this one is 1/4 part, the remaining part is how much? 3/4 part. So therefore here 3/4 of 2 pi r, it's nothing but 2. So 3 pi r by 2. It's a 3 pi r by 2. So therefore here see 3 pi r by 2. So when he covered from A to A, see the fourth one. See in the fourth one what he did? He traveled from A to A. So as he traveled from A to A, see carefully here what happened. He has covered a complete circle. So it's nothing but 2 pi r. And so I think you see it's very easy to answer when you travel from A to A. See the initial point and final point are same. So the shortest path is what? It's nothing but 0. Okay. Now look at this from A to B. When you travel, so this, if this one is r, this one is also r, then what is the displacement? This is the displacement. If this is r, this is r, therefore see what is the diagonal length here? It's nothing but r root 2. So therefore what is the displacement here? R root 2. And say from A to D also you can observe, see that is also a diagonal length here. Okay, so how much is that? That is also r root 2. But see when you travel from C A to C, so this one is r, this one is r, therefore see what is the displacement here? The displacement is nothing but 2r. Okay, the displacement of the object is nothing but 2r. So this is very, very interesting problem. Now see in this interesting problem, see observe here carefully, see what we got here. So when we completed one complete circle, what is the distance and displacement that we calculated. Okay, now observe here carefully. Now look at another sum. Now see here in this problem what we'll do, find the distance and displacement. So when you travel from point A to point B, so we don't know what is the angle here, and he gave the radius. Then how to find the distance and displacement in this case. So in this case what we'll do here, so observe here, first let us calculate the distance traveled. See the distance nothing but, see here the distance AB is nothing but the arc length. Okay, see how much is that? It's nothing but arc length. Okay, the arc length we have to find here. Then how we can find out? See, let us assume that the arc length is S. Okay, and see how we can find the arc length. See, we have one formula is there. See what is that is called? The angle is equals to, okay, angle is equals to arc length by radius. Okay, see what is the angle here? It's nothing but arc length by radius. That is a formula for angle. Okay, so therefore here what is the angle here? It's nothing but theta. What is the arc length here? Nothing but the distance. And what is the radius here? It's nothing but r. So therefore here what is the distance here? It's nothing but r into theta. So that is the distance traveled. Okay. Then what about the displacement here? So how we can find the displacement? See, in this case, see the displacement of the object in nothing but A to B in a straight line. So here what we'll do, here we use a little bit of trigonometry. See here, suppose here the entire thing is, this one is angle theta. So divide this into two parts, theta by 2, and this is also theta by 2. And if I take the triangle, see, observe here carefully. If I take the triangle, see, observe the triangle here. Okay, let's say this part is x here, this part is also x here, and this is x here, and this one is theta by 2, and this one is radius r. Okay, now see, observe here carefully, this theta by 2. Now let us take sine theta by 2. What is sine theta by 2? The sine theta by 2 is nothing but x by r. Therefore here what is the displacement here? See the displacement x is equals to r sine theta by 2. If this one is r sine theta by 2, if x is equal to r sine theta by 2 and another x here, so 2 times it came here. So therefore what is the total displacement here? It's nothing but 2x. Therefore, what is the displacement of the particle from A to B? It's nothing but, so 2r sine theta by 2. So here what we got here? We got displacement, that is 2r sine theta by 2, and the distance, it's nothing but r theta. So here this particular result you can use in any case. If whatever may be the angle they'll give, then you can find both the distance and displacement. Okay, now look at another problem, that is from H.C. Verma. Okay, very nice problem. Okay, look at this another problem from H.C. Verma. See here, what is this problem? A carom board 4 feet by 4 feet square has the queen at the center. The queen hit by the striker moves to the front edge, rebounds and goes in the hole behind the striking line. Find the magnitude of the displacement of the queen from the center to the edge, from the front edge to the hole, from center to the hole. So in this one, the C question is quite easy. So you see here in this case what he gives. So this one is 4 feet. This is 4 feet. And this one is also 4 feet. Okay, so it's a square board. So definitely you can take this one as 2 feet. No doubt in that. Now see, observe here carefully here. See the C bit, first let us solve the C bit here. See in the C bit what he gave, from center to the hole, means actually what happened, the queen in the center, it went to the opposite edge. So this is the opposite edge and then reached the hole, means it rebounded back. So this one is A, this one is B, this one is C. Therefore, say what is the displacement from A to C? It's nothing but this is the A to C. And see the C bit what he gave, from center to the hole. So this is from center to the hole. This is the hole here. From center to the hole, see this one is 2 feet and this is also 2 feet. Therefore, the diagonal length, it is 2 root 2. So therefore the C bit is quite simple. So the displacement AC is nothing but 2 root 2. Okay, this part is easy. But say what about the A and B? See how to solve this A and B, because we don't know where it has struck the carom board here. So for that purpose, let us assume that, see, remember, this part is 2 feet. And remember this part is 4 feet. Okay, let us redraw that diagram here. See carefully in this carom board. Okay, in this carom board here, see carefully here. See in the middle what we have. So this is the point. So it went to the opposite side and then it came to the hole. See here, this part is 2 feet, that we already know. Let us assume that this is the x here. Then how much is this part here? This one is 2 minus x. Isn't it? And this one is 4. Okay. Now here, see, it rebounded successfully. Means that definitely you can represent this one with an angle theta. Then this also with an angle theta. Okay, and see here, these two are parallel lines here. See, observe carefully, this is parallel lines. As these two are parallel, if this one is theta, then this one is also theta. Okay, and see here, these two are parallel lines. Therefore, if this one is theta, then this one is also theta. And this one is 2 feet. And I think you have an idea of tan theta. See what is the tan theta? See, let's say this one is A, this one is B, this one is C. And let's say this is D. And this point is E. Okay. Therefore, in the triangle ADB, so you can see this triangle ADB. Therefore, what is tan theta here? So tan theta is x by 2. Now see carefully here in the triangle CBE. See the triangle CBE. CBE. See what is tan theta here? See the tan theta is nothing but 2 minus x by 4. This is also tan theta, this is also tan theta. Let us equate these two. Therefore, see what we'll get here. X by 2 is equals to 2 minus x by 4. So here let us do the cross multiplication. 4x is equals to 4 minus 2x. So therefore, what you can write here, 6x is equals to 4. Or if not, you can write, see 3x is equal to 2. Therefore, what the x here? X is equal to 2 by 3. So that means here this part is 2 by 3. Then what about this part? So that part is 2 minus 2 by 3. It's nothing but 4 by 3. So means what, this part is 4 by 3. Means what, see this one is 2 by 3. This one is 4 by 3. This one is 2. And this one is 4. Okay, now let us look at the question number A. See from center to the edge. So center to the edge means he is asking about AB. So what is AB here? The AB never see the diagonal length here. It's nothing but root over 2 square plus 2 by 3 whole square. So it's nothing but 4 plus 4 by 9. It's nothing but root over 40 by 9. Or square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 40 is how much? 8 5s of 40. Means what? We can write 2 root 10. So it's nothing but 2 root 10 by 3. That is the displacement. 2 root 10 by 3 feet. Now look at B. The B bit. See from the front edge to the hole. See this is front edge. Sorry, this is front edge B to the hole. Means he's asking BC. It's nothing but square root of 4 by 3 whole square plus 4 square. So therefore 16 by 9 plus 16. So it's nothing but square root of, see 9 16 is how much? 144, 150, 160 by 9. Again the square root of 9 is 3 and the square root of 60 is nothing but 4 root 10. So therefore what is the BC here? It's nothing but 4 root 10 by 3 feet. Okay. So this is a simple problem in HC Verma to understand distance and displacement. Okay. Thank you very much.